of the tab is going mute, mute, 8, mute, 8, 8, mute, mute, 8, 8, mute, 8, mute, mute, 8, 8. So the trick is do all alternate picking down ups with this hand. Just so like you can get that going, and then push down 8 when you need it. So mute, mute, 8, mute. You do that a bunch of times. So that's pretty easy. If you have any questions about that part, just leave a comment. But I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You just push your finger down when you need it. Middle finger on the 8th fret on the B string. And it takes a little bit of time to get the pattern and just try playing along. Then his cover comes in with these harmonics. Let that ring out, then. So those are 5th fret harmonics on D and G string. And just be real light about it when you put your finger on there and make sure it's like over the fret, like over the metal. So on D and G. That's not really in the real song, but it sounds cool. It's kind of a build up into this next part. Also, you have distortion and reverb. It will sound cooler. So if you try to do the clean tone, it's not really going to sound that good, or on acoustic, it's not going to really sound like that. Then after that, the next part, you go like this. You do G5. This is definitely tricky, so hopefully these tabs on the screen will help people learn it. So what you want to do is start with a G5 chord, 3rd fret, 5th fret. It's a 2-note power chord instead of like the 3-note one with your pinky. You strum that, and it's G5 because this note is G and this is the 5th of G. Then with your first finger, you go up to 12-12 on the D and G string and hit 3 times. So make sure you can do that. Then you got to get down to 5th fret, harmonic. The little square brackets means harmonics on the G string. You need 2 of those, and you really need distortion to get it to ring out pretty loud like this. So you got. Then after that, take your ring finger real quick, get up to 13 on the B string, and do a pull off from 13 to 11. So far we got. And then you want to go with your free ring finger, put it down on 15 on the lowest string and do some palm mute. Down, up, down, up, down, up. If you can't palm mute it, don't worry about it. It still sounds good with just. And then with your first finger, put it on 12-12 again. Hit D and G. And then pull off from 15 to 12. Pull off, and then you pluck it one more time. So we got. Then you do almost the exact same thing again for the next little variation. So we do like everything the same until the very last part. Instead of 15-12. You want to do 10 to 12. So I'll do the second variation of it. So. And then you just loop this whole thing with both variations 4 times. So let me do it slow one more time. And you can watch his cover to see it full speed. And I pretty much did it full speed the first time, but. To do that 4 times, after you do it 4 times, just hit a G5 chord. A 2-note one that we've been using and let it ring out. The next part's pretty easy. You just want to go like this. And he throws that last bit in there. That's not in the real song, but this melody happens a bunch of times in the real song. The bum bum bum. You hear that a bunch of times throughout the song. So what you do is take your middle finger, put on the G string, just slide up to 12. You could slide from here or down far, however you want. And then with your first finger, put it on 11 on the B string. And then third finger on 13. And first finger up on 10. And you pick it once, and then you do hammer on pull off. And you slide back to 12 on the G string, and then 11, 12. So I'm going to do this really slow, this first riff. And after that, you do almost the same thing. It starts out the same. And then you go. So what you can do is just keep your middle finger on 12, and you're going to do pull-offs from 13 to 11. This is a pretty common pattern, like this little shape on guitar. So it just takes a little practice. I'm doing also down, up on this. So that riff's not too bad. I would recommend just trying to play along right away with that one to get the feel for how many 12s to do. Or you can count them if that works for you. Alright, the final part of Bangarang that I'm going to teach here is pretty tricky. It goes like this. Right there, I didn't get that third fret harmonic to ring out. What you really want is, this is a hard harmonic to get to ring out. So if you watch Matt's version of this, you'll hear he gets it to ring out. It's just tricky though. So one more time. And then if you have a whammy, you can bend that 12th fret harmonic, or you can do what I did. You can push on the string right here because I don't have a whammy, and you can bend your guitar. It's kind of a cheat. So what's happening here, we can look at the tab. You're going to go 12, 12 on D and G. And with your ring finger, put it on 15 down here. Just once, and back up to 12. And then slide with your middle finger from 12 to 15. Then you do it again. And then up to 20, and you bend 20. Then you go back to here. And then you gotta get that 3rd fret harmonic and 12th fret harmonic. And then the bend. It's kind of making my guitar go out of tune though, so you might not want to do that. If you have a whammy, it would be a better strategy. So really slow, it's then a slide and then 2 more picks from 12 to 15, back to here, then a slide, 2 picks, 20. I like to use 2 fingers to bend, and when you slide down, keep some pressure so you kind of get this sort of sound. And then you gotta get 3rd fret harmonic and 12th fret harmonic. And then after that, you do that twice, then the pattern changes a tiny bit. You go. So instead of, now it's, so the pattern on like the in-between riffs changes, but everything else stays the same. So it should be. You do that twice. And you can palm mute this 15 when you go. Or even on the first part. It's up to you if you want to palm mute it. And that's it.